Welcome to Keto with Donna. So today I'm going to make some cupcakes to bring to work, keto cupcakes, but I have a couple new things I want to experiment with. So let's see how it turns out. So I was in Walmart not that long ago, and I came across this cupcake decorating kit. So that seemed kind of fun. It has the cupcake liners, and then it's got little toothpicky things for decorations, some skulls and some zombie hands. I thought that was real cute, so it got me thinking. Now, if time allows, I actually want to do two cupcakes. I want to do a chocolate cupcake and I want to do a vanilla cupcake because that's one of the experiments. One, the cupcake, but then I want to do something extra with it. So let's see if that's going to work out. Now for the vanilla cupcake, what I want to do is, have you ever heard of a poke cake where you poke holes in it and pour JellO over it? So I thought that'd be really cool to have a vanilla cake and hopefully a little blood going through it. What do you think? So I never did it with cupcakes. I'm going to see if it works out.
So for buttercream frosting, you need a buttload of butter. This is 1.5 cups of butter, otherwise known as 3 sticks of butter. And we're going to cream that together with 1/3 cup of powdered sweetener of your choice. I have some Swerve here, so here's the Swerve confectioners. If you do not have confectioners, the other option, which I did as a backup, this is the Lakanto granular. You take the granular and you just pulse it up, and oh my god, it's powdered sugar. Voila! So you never have to buy 2 different types anymore, and it stays really good. So we're just going to cream that together. So it's super important to have the butter softened, but I've got the butter here. It's been out a long time, so it is definitely soft. And we're going to do that 1/3 cup of our powdered sweetener, and we're just going to mix that together for 1 to 2 minutes. Oh, also, this recipe is from Keto Diet Yum, which I will leave a link. I have never done this before. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, just 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, just a little pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. See, I was worried about getting this big bottle of vanilla, but I definitely use it. Okay, and then we're just going to blend that for about another minute. When we did the first part, that was about 1 to 2 minutes blending. So now we're going to blend it just for another minute on medium. All right, and we have keto-friendly buttercream frosting in vanilla. And now comes the fun part.
Okay, what I've done is divvy it up into 2 batches because I want to experiment with colors. So I tried to get it, about half. And then they have a little recipe card in there about what colors to use to make what. I'm going to start off to try to make the orange. Now they do have an orange. You would think just add the orange. But they also have you add a little bit of yellow for a little pop. So I'm going to do half of what they have said. And I highly recommend using a glove. All right, so I might even use a little less than half in case I made a smaller amount here. So I'm supposed to do 10 orange and 10 yellow. I'm gonna see what we do. How about let's just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna mix one color before I mix the other color just to see how things are coming along. Okay, I see a hint of orange there. Okay, and before I add more orange, I'm going to add the yellow. I'll do 5 yellow. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so here's my second batch. I wasn't going to try the purple till last, but I think I'm going to do buttercream today, so 2 colors in that, and tomorrow do the cream cheese frosting and see how that looks with the different colors. So I'm going to go right to purple on the buttercream. And you're supposed to use 3 colors for that. We got pink, blue, and red. Okay, well, there's experiment 1 and experiment 2. I love that purple. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, for the chocolate cupcakes, I'm going a little easier because I'm more concerned about the couple other little experiments that I had with the vanilla cupcakes. So I really don't want to do a whole nother new recipe that I hadn't tried yet. So I have had this Swerve Sweets cake mix or cupcake mix for a long time now, for definitely several months. And the only reason I picked it up was because it was at one of my discount stores and it was $2.99. And I think, I don't know, it's $8 or more in a store. So I normally wouldn't pick it up, but it's going to be a lot easier. And then I can just concentrate on mixing my colors and do my frosting and doing my other little trick with my vanilla cupcakes. So we'll make this part easy. For the chocolate cake, I got 1/3 of a cup of water and 1/3 of a cup of oil, and I'm using avocado oil, and the 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and let's just give that a quick whisk. All right, now we are ready for our mix. So this comes together in like 5 minutes if you want to go the a little bit of the lazy way, but at the same token, it's still homemade. Might not have sifted the cocoa, but it's homemade. All right, so we're just going to mix that together and throw them in a pan. Those cupcake liners came in 24, which is perfect, so I can do 12 chocolate and 12 vanilla. So I figured the chocolate I'd do the lighter color. Look, it's got little bones over it. Then we're going to pop it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes for the cupcakes.
Now for the vanilla cupcake, what I want to do is, have you ever heard of a poke cake where you poke holes in it and pour JellO over it? So I thought that'd be really cool to have a vanilla cake and hopefully a little blood going through it. What do you think? So I never did it with cupcakes. I'm going to see if it works out.
The vanilla cupcakes I am going to do from scratch, and it is a recipe I have not tried before, and it's from Sugar-Free Londoner. Second day, second cupcake recipe, and a second different frosting recipe. Here we're going to start off just with the 4 eggs. So we're going to do the 4 eggs and whip them up in about 2 minutes. Okay, now we're going to add some more other ingredients. We're going to add the sweetener. So this is about 1/2 cup. And I use the monk fruit sweetener. And 1/2 cup of melted then cooled butter. I was a little nervous about this. I am nervous about this. I let it cool 5 minutes because I kind of need to get it going. So I hope that's cooled enough. So let's go in and see if we have scrambled eggs or not. We have 2 ounces of cream cheese softened. Okay, you've got unsweetened almond milk, and that's going to be 1/4 cup. And vanilla. And that's going to be a tablespoon. A lot of things have teaspoons. This is going to be a tablespoon. They are vanilla cupcakes after all. I'm going to beat for about another minute. So as you can see, my cream cheese is still got a couple lumps in there. I left it out overnight so it would be ready. So temperatures started to drop, so maybe that's the issue. But I'm just going to keep on going and whip it a little bit more, and then maybe when I add the dry ingredients, it'll all smooth out. So, but it hasn't scrambled, so that's the good news. Okay, for my dry ingredients, I have sifted 2 cups of the almond flour. It's actually interesting. Her note says if you're using superfine almond flour, which I always use, take out 2 tablespoons. So that's what I did. 2 cups minus 2 tablespoons. I have 2 teaspoons of the baking powder. And now we're just going to do 1/4 cup of the coconut flour. That's going to be our dry ingredients. If you have a Big Lots near you, this is the best deal. This is organic coconut flour, 1 pound for $3. I'm going to whisk that together. Yeah, I'm thinking about that cream cheese. A little worried about that. We hadn't had the heat on yet, and it was a little chilly this morning, so I'm just wondering if it just didn't soften up enough. I'm forging ahead. And now we're just going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mix up, and we have cake batter. I'm getting really nervous about the cream cheese. I'm going to do a little at a time, hopefully so it doesn't go all over the place. I'm just going to mix everything until it's all incorporated. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling better now. The cream cheese is definitely looking like it melted enough in there. Whew, I was getting a little nervous there. This batter's a little thicker, so I was just going to show you the other liners have little skeletons and bones and ink on the back. All right, so that's going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Back that up. I'm going to do 15 to 20 minutes because I looked at the recipe again and it has for 9 cupcakes. Let's check it at 15 minutes and make sure we don't overdo it. Ooh, they are rising up beautifully. I don't know if they'll sink back down when they cool, but they look really pretty now. Okay, maybe 5 more minutes. Okay, so all I'm doing is dissolving some sugar-free JellO. I got strawberries, so we red, just one of those little 0.3 ounce boxes, and just dissolving that in 1 cup of boiling water. And you can even do this while the cupcakes are baking. They only need to cool like at least about 15 minutes. But once it's dissolved, you can put it in the fridge till you're ready to use it. Okay, the cupcakes have cooled, and I've got a wooden skewer, and all I'm doing is poking some holes into the cupcakes. Now I don't want it completely saturated, so that's why this is a pretty good diameter. So I don't know, 5 or 6, and then we'll just get ready to pour the JellO over them. I thought it'd be easier to work in a measuring cup, so I put the JellO in the fridge just for about 20 minutes just to cool it down without adding more water, so it'd be a little more concentrated. And now I got it in a measuring cup. I thought it'd be easier. See, on a cake, you just have to worry about pouring it all over. On cupcakes, you really don't want to get it all over the place. So we'll see how I do. Otherwise, I have a ladle if I need. You can always go back. It's still, still runny. Might be a little messy. Let's try it with a ladle. All right, keep doing that. Okay, for insurance, what I did was I actually took them out of the cupcake pan and I swapped them out to a different cupcake pan because it was starting to pool in the bottom, and because it had the paper cups, like this would probably work better if you just had the silicone cupcake pan, but with having the little paper cups, it was kind of pooling underneath, and I thought that'd be kind of messy. So I took them out, kind of blotted them on a paper towel on the bottom, and I just put them in a new pan, a different pan. And now I'm going to refrigerate for at least an hour before I put frosting on, up to 3 hours. So more is always a little bit better, but I will frost it probably in about an hour. Okay, now I'm going to make cream cheese frosting. And it's only 4 ingredients, so I have the 8 ounces of cream cheese and 4 ounces of the unsalted butter, and of course, room temperature. So we're just going to cream that together for just a couple of minutes. Okay, now it's nice and fluffy. We're just going to add our powdered sweetener, between a half a cup and a cup, and this is just shy of a cup. And the vanilla, 2 teaspoons vanilla. Mix again, and we've got cream cheese frosting. And I highly suggest, if you ever are going to make some fun cupcakes like this, that you get disposable pastry bags. What a lifesaver, especially with buttercream. Trying to wash that plastic pastry bag out with butter all over, a nightmare. So this way you only have to worry about the tips. You just take them out and put them in the new bag. These are awesome. I was so glad I had enough on hand to do what I wanted to do. So I divvied these up in half, just like I did the buttercream frosting. And just so I can experiment with some more colors, let's start with this one. And I want to get kind of gross green color. And for that, it's going to be mostly yellow and like 15 drops for a half a batch and only 2 drops of the blue. And that's supposed to make my ugly green. So we're going to see how that comes out. Well, here are my end results. I'm definitely no baker and can't do too much decorative stuff, but I had fun with the color. And I used different pastry tips. And that's how they came out. I'm pretty happy with that. Yes, I messed up the red a little bit. I don't know why I decided to add a little drop of blue in there. That kind of made it kind of an off color, but next time I won't do that. All right, so the big reveal, our little JellO poke cupcakes. What do you think? I thought it came out good. Maybe it doesn't look like blood. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool. All right, now tasting it. I kind of took one of the ugly ones. These are good ones for work. It does make it moist. That's good. And of course, what are you going to have with bloody cupcakes? A cup of vampire blood. Well, hope you liked that video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And happy Halloween!